create our pink flamingo cupcake, we're gonna need a couple of products and ingredients. You wanna make sure you have some white chocolate. We used our Color Mill Hot Pink to color this, and we're gonna be using this to create the neck, face, and wings of the flamingo. Here we have our parchment paper, but you can also use a silicone mat, and we're gonna be using this to actually place our wings and neck. Here we have parchment paper, and we're gonna be using this to create our flamingo. Here we have a black edible marker, and we're gonna use this to trace the silhouette of the flamingo. We have a small offset spatula that's gonna help us with our wings. Some scissors to cut our pastry bag tip. This is where we're gonna be placing our chocolate. Here we have some American buttercream. This is our Satin Nice ready-to-use buttercream mixed with pink. And this is gonna be the body of our flamingo. It's gonna be what holds the wings and the neck on the cupcake. And lastly, we have 2 edible paints. We have white and black, and this is gonna be to create the eyes and the beak of the flamingo. You also wanna make sure you have a thin brush, and this is gonna be to paint the eyes and the beak of the flamingo with our edible paint. Now that we have all of our supplies, we're ready to get started. And now we're gonna create the body of our flamingo using a little hack with our smartphone. So we're gonna pull up an image of a flamingo silhouette, and we're gonna place our parchment paper right over and then trace with an edible marker. This is a great hack you can use with any shape. Now we're gonna take our piping bag of melted pink chocolate, and we're just gonna cut a small little hole into the tip, and this is gonna be to create our outline. So we're just gonna go along and trace the silhouette. And now we're just gonna go back in and fill it in. You wanna be generous with the chocolate because you want this to be on the thicker side. You don't want your flamingo to be too thin because it's gonna be difficult to handle. Especially the neck. You want to make sure that the neck is thick enough that it's going to hold up when you place it on your cupcake. Now you can take a toothpick and smooth this out, or you can just lift it up and tap. And once or twice should be good enough to smooth out your chocolate. Now we're going to move this aside and create our wings. Now to create our wings, we are going to be using the same chocolate, and we're going to create 2 per sheet. So we're gonna start with a dollop of chocolate, or a circle of chocolate. With an offset spatula, we're going to press into the chocolate and do a sweeping motion upwards. And this is gonna create a wing with chocolate. And now with our offset spatula, we are going to press into the chocolate and swipe up to create a wing. And then we're gonna finish the last 2, which are gonna go on the opposite side. Now we're just going to place these on a tray. Now we're gonna place these on a tray, and then we're gonna place them into the fridge until they become solid. Just gonna place these on a tray and pop them in the fridge until they become solid. Now it's time to paint the beak and the eyes. We're gonna be using Sweet Sticks, edible black paint and white paint. So we're just gonna pour a couple drops here on our parchment paper. And we're going to paint a stripe right at the top of his or her beak. So now we're going to continue with the beak. And now a little dot for the eyeball. Now our flamingo is complete. We're gonna let the paint dry for a few minutes, and then we're gonna build our cupcake. We're ready to build our flamingo cupcake. Here we have an iced cupcake. You can do a plain pink cupcake with no icing. It's up to you, or you can have a layer of icing on your cupcake. But we are going to pipe what would be a flamingo body. Maybe just a little taller. And this is gonna be the adhesive for our chocolate pieces. We're starting with our flamingo body. You want to place your smaller wing in the back first, pointing upward, and then the larger wing in the front pointing upward. You can also add wings on the opposite side. And this is the completed look of our flamingo cupcake. This design is perfect for any summer party, and it's so simple and easy to make. You can create this at any skill level. Be sure to subscribe to the BakeDeco channel for more content like this.